All right. So this is weird. Um, Say hello to my friends. I figured I'd do a video on why I started podcasting. So I'm going to tell you exactly that. And I'm also going to give you guys an opportunity to get to know me as a person, one on one. Yeah, so I go by Swill. My name is Steve Williams. So it's like S and then the Will. I'm originally from Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's storming outside, so like the power might just like go out. It goes out very easy here, and it was just hail. So if it just goes out, like fuck it, we're rolling. The mics might go out, but whatever. We got audio somewhere else. So, yeah. I'm originally from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I lived in Arizona for 6 years. Then I moved to Maryville, Indiana, which is like on the outskirts of Gary, Indiana, I guess. But it's like a super suburb of Chicago in the Chicagoland area. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. And I've been talking with who's on our panel podcast. We had always watched the Joe Budden podcast. We'd always watched just different $1 million worth of game, things like that, things that are like cultural. And we'd been talking for like 5 years about podcasting. And eventually one day I wanted to just put some shit together and, see exactly like what I can curate. I loved what Joe Budden did. And I remember very vividly the picture I saw that Joe Budden posted one day of the 3 or 4 podcasts that were on his network. And I'm like, fuck, man, like this is pretty awesome to see this grow from the bottom up. And then one day there was no more network. Whether it was doing of his own, fallouts with friends or whatever, like Joe has like such, the dude is a fucking genius. And if you guys haven't gone out and watched one of his podcasts, immediately when you watch it, you will see exactly what I've curated here. I totally lied, cheat, steal. Like I have Rory Mall, I have a Parks, I have a Ish, I have a Ice, I have a Flip, I have a Melissa Ford. Like those are all integral parts of like I stole all that, right? But one day there wasn't a network, and I looked at what he did, and I looked at what he was trying to curate, and I looked at what he was putting together, and I came to devise my master plan of what I wanted to do when I was able to put together a network. At the time when I wanted to start, I was in the midst of building my own business, where I owned an AT&T franchise, and that was like my life. I was grinding sunrise to sunset, trying to build it. And eventually that opportunity was, like I did get my business. I was able to build it. I was able to do the things that I wanted to do, have a staff, all that good stuff. And then at one point I had to pivot and try something different because, contracts and different things changed, and I had to go to a different business. And once I was able to kind of take a step back and make the same income but have a lot more time on my hands, I said, okay, well, what else can we do? What else can we build? And, I listened religiously 2 times a week. I pay for the Joe Budden Patreon every month. I'm a patroni, one of the cheaper ones. Sorry, Joe. Like, I want to pay you more money, but I got to pay for equipment. So, but I pay for that content, and I watched every pod. I would watch 3 or 4 pods, I would consume it via Spotify, 3 or 4 pods a week. And, I started listening to even more podcasts, and it wasn't like he can do it, I can do it type thing. It was more like, I like what he did, but I would do it totally differently. And excuse me, that's where the panel network came, because I said, I want a panel for every subject, every topic, everything. And I want to build it. And, I understand that me giving you like my master plan, which I'm not going to give you guys everything, but me giving you an idea of what I'm trying to come up with, someone's going to bite it. Someone's going to do it. It's the regional thing for right now. So whatever. But, I'm not doing it for money. And, you know, there's a lot of people who are money driven who have wanted to partner with me and throw money at me or throw services at me, and they're money, 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 money. And I'm not interested in doing it for money. I legitimately enjoy what I do. And I had to take a step back and really realize, like, okay, where can this go? Where can this be? And the end game wasn't to get rich. The end game was to not even to get famous. The end game was to create something unstoppable. And I really feel like the Panel Network is that. Like, everybody, generally almost everybody that is on the network, I've known for years. There are people that they trust me. They believe in my vision. You'll see new faces. There's probably like 4 or 5 new faces. A couple guys on the Sneaker Show that are new to me. Guys on the sports panel that are new to me. But everybody else we're all friends. We've known each other for years and years, you know. And it's really cool to build something with your friends. It's really cool to build something lasting and to build something of substance and to see it grow, you know. If you go back and look at my first video and look at what we had for a set, it was like a couple stools. And, you know, with the help of the people on the network, obviously we did end up, you know, doing a little venture with 505 Media Co. who shot, if you notice, there's certain videos that have like a better video quality. That's shot by 505 Media Company, and they do a really great job. Shout out to my guy Rob for helping us with that. But in that venture, like, we were able to turn things around and have an actual set, an actual vision. And yeah, I bit Joe Style quite a bit. But the guy's a fucking genius. And that's what you do when you see something that works. You do it, and you try to get it to work for you. But yeah, I mean, this is not an independent podcast or anything like that. This is just like, I really wanted to explain who I am as a person, because I play a character on just about every single show. Some shows I play a host. Sneaker Show, I play a host. The sports panel, I play a moderator. The Panel Network show, or excuse me, the Panel podcast, I play Joe Budden. That is the character that I play. I don't do a really great Joe Budden because I'm not like, hey, you know, but I pick and choose, you know. I play a character, and it's really fun to play a character. I'm not really much big into acting or anything like that, but to just tune up my personality is really cool. I was, and it's, you know, podcasting has opened me up to things that I never thought I'd be interested in, like anime. I never watched anime, never cared about it. But I met Maddie from the anime panel, and we work in a space together, and she really opened up my brain to things that I just never thought that I would enjoy. So at night I get really, really fucking high and I watch anime. Now that's like a part of what I do. So it really opened up my mind a lot. But mostly what I want to accomplish is direct to consumer entertainment, and not just a podcast space, but in all types of media. And that's why you'll see the panel kind of transform from not just a podcast network, because we're not a podcast network, we're an entertainment network, to doing other things that you've just, you know, I've teased, you know, the Panel Games, which is a game show with teams and different things like that, kind of like a Mr. Beast type of thing. We're going to have game shows. We're going to have live shows. We're going to have more sports shows, a daily sports show, a daily politics show, different things like that. But a big thing that I really, truly believe in is also building other people's brands and dreams. I like to take from people who are successful. Like Vince McMahon, for instance. I'm not a big WWE fan by any means, but Vince McMahon is like, in his space, he's done a lot of great things, done a lot of bad things, and I get it, but he's done a lot of great things. And how he was able to build his business is just incredible to me, how he was able to take talent and move talent and do different things. And so you'll see people who have been successful in other areas join the Panel Network and come be successful over here. And that's the Vince McMahon type of model. Also, you'll see people who are currently on the network who will get their own show and their own way to shine. And that's just, I believe in people. I really believe in what I fucking do. I really believe in not just doing it for the money or doing it for the sport, but just doing it for the love. And I truly love this. I truly love this content. But enough about, like, to give you a little bit about me. Like I said, I grew up in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I grew up as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, which is, I don't know, kind of like a gift and a curse in a way. I strayed from it when I turned 18, and I moved on my 18th birthday. I moved to Arizona to be with my daughter's mom, who's a phenomenal woman, phenomenal mom. And I kind of just started life on my own. Since then, I kind of been like a mental loner. I've never really depended on anybody. My dad taught me a lot about being a man and taking care of your responsibilities. He taught me how to be a really great husband, how to be a really great person in relationships. I didn't always follow all of his advice. Sometimes I followed some archaic things that I thought that would be good for me and didn't turn out to be. But, you live and you learn. For the most part, I was raised by two really good parents in my household that showed me quite a bit. And I took that to Arizona, and I sold cars for a long time in Arizona, the entire time there. And I just grinded, man. 90 hours a week, just grinded, and tried to do my best to provide for my daughter, who's 11 now, and to just man up and do what I have to do. I turned into a very non-emotional guy. I am a very emotional guy, but like I don't really show it. A lot of people just see me as face value. They always see me smiling and laughing and different things like that. And I live with a lot of pain, but no one would know it. I don't really have time to allow things to get to me. I just keep moving. I really don't have time. And a lot of people say that's unhealthy, but whatever. My bills don't stop. So, I just, at one point I decided to move back to Maryville, or excuse me, back to the Midwest. And then I met someone and I ended up in Maryville, and I really love it here. And I've been grinding here too. I was in the car business here for a little bit, and then I ended up opening my own company, ran that for quite some time. And then now I'm doing what I'm doing now, which allows me to do this, to pod, to talk to people, to grow relationships, to grow my brand, to really build something really incredible. I started podcasting not really to spread a message or anything like that. I just, like I said, for the love of just building and creating and curating. And I think I'm really good at it. I look at the set, I look at what we do, and what with very minimal resources, we do a really fucking good job. And sometimes it's boring, and sometimes it's long, and sometimes, but we're learning. And sometimes the lighting's fucked up, and sometimes I forget to hit record on what I record on. Sometimes the video gets fucked up. Sometimes the audio gets fucked up. But like we learn and we grow and we keep pushing. And I have a really good group of people behind me that really make things I don't get burnt out. And you know what? What really bothers me is the fact that people see how much I do and they assume that I can get burnt out. It really pisses me off. No one knows my motor. No one knows what burnt out Steve looks like. And I've worked so much harder in my life than I am right now. There's no way I could get burnt out doing the things that I love. I don't see it's possible. I don't think that. I just can't. I'm unstoppable. I'm fucking Superman. And that's how I really feel. That's how I really genuinely feel. But I'm really excited to grow this, and for you guys to like see the growth, for you guys to see exactly what it looks like to come from the ground up and to build something from nothing. I think it's going to be really fun to, a year from now when I'm doing this full time, And there goes that fucking thunder. Jesus Christ, it was just a hailstorm out there. It's going to be really fun, a year from now when I'm not working and I'm just doing this full time and this pays my bills, and to look at it and be like, oh, okay, yeah, remember that first video when all we had was just this fucking thing and 2 stools that I got from Walmart for $50 a couple years ago from my bar? Like we're really building something incredible. And yeah, I look around and yeah, I'm doing it all out of my living room. This is my home. This is, where I lay my head. And maybe I should be more careful with that because I just let people into my home, into my space, into my energy and everything. But, it's really fucking awesome. This is really fucking awesome. I got great people around me. My fucking neighbor, Kay, she's amazing. And it just came out of the sky, and she potted with us tonight, and it was fucking awesome. She's been with us for a couple weeks now. Great. The people that I work with, they come and pod with me. It's great. It's just we're really building something cool. It sucks not getting a lot of views. It fucking blows when I take the time out to set the time aside to record. And whether I'm recording it or the media guys are recording it and they take it off and do whatever they got to do with it. And then we take the time to upload it and I post it everywhere. It sucks when it doesn't get views, but I know that if I keep going, it'll all back channel. It'll all back channel and it'll do well. Like I'm looking at the views right now. And I'm always on the hunt for the numbers, and I'm a numbers guy, and I'm like, fuck, I got to get better. Like the sneaker panel I went and put the network, what do you call it? The network URL. I turned it into a QR code, and I went to the local mall and I just passed out little QR codes to everybody that I saw until they told me that I couldn't do that here. Luckily, I went into one of the shoe stores because I have a sneaker show. And I ran into a guy, and he was like, oh, cool. I got 100,000 people on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, awesome. And okay. And he ended up coming on to the show and, like just things like that that grow just out of nowhere, that grow the channel, and you just never know who you run into. You never know what's going to happen. And it can get really discouraging because I put up the sneaker show and like in a day it got 25 views. And you're like, fuck, man. Like, can I get some love? Can I get something? Something? I hate to be texting while I'm potting or texting while I'm like doing a video, but whatever. It's about smoking, and I love smoking. But anyway, yeah, just like it sucks when things don't get seen the way that you want it to get seen. When you have a good product. I have fucking crack cocaine in a video. And even if my videos aren't that good, that's just the way that I fucking feel. I no one's doing what I'm doing right now. No one has a fucking set and a network and multiple shows, and they're pumping out the shows, and they have good content, they have good people, and da 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 da. Like not even Joe Budden is doing what I'm doing right now. But eventually we'll get there, and eventually we'll climb, and eventually, it has to be eventually. And I have like little fears in my head about like, what if everyone decides to quit? And a lot of times I have to like tell myself that fuck it, like I can do it again. I can do it again. If everybody quit, I can do it again. I know for sure I can do it again. And it's scary, but at the same time, like you just have to be, I'm built for it. I just call it, I'm built for it. I'm built for this. I'm 100% built for it. So, I don't know. We'll see where it goes, man. We'll see where it goes. This is like my first, I wouldn't really call it a vlog, but this is like my first where I'm at right now video. Yeah, I think I'll name the next one like why I'm better at podcasting than Joe Budden, but like I don't want to make an enemy of Joe. Like I really fucking admire him and he can like do no wrong. Like I'm studying this guy. I really like I have heroes in this space and he's one of my heroes in this space. And I know that's like mad dick riding, but everybody has a hero in the space that they're in. I mean, you just you can't really make too many enemies out here when you're first starting and you don't really have shit. But I wouldn't make an enemy of him anyway, just because like his content is so good and he's so engaging and he's doing it. He really gave me the roadmap to independence, and I fucking love that. So, thanks, Joe. You'll probably never see this. You'll probably never know who I am. But thanks, guy. You're the fucking man. I do appreciate my viewers always like if you're watching me, this is like your introduction to who I am. Like fucking subscribe, fucking like the shit. Not just so we can get monetized and I can make money, but because like this is about to be a fucking ride, bro. Like a couple weeks ago, so it was like a month ago, I had the guys over and they had a toast to the panel, and I'm like sitting in there in my Panel Network jersey, and I'm like, I could fucking cry, man. I was so happy. Like I created something that niggas want to toast to. Like, think about it, you know. And it's not like, oh, they're bowing down to me or whatever. No, it's like, all right, cool. We got a fucking movement, man. Like we really got a fucking unit in this bitch, which is really cool. I code switch a lot. I don't know what my actual talking voice really is. Like I adjust it every time I open my mouth. I have like 14 different dialects of me. Sorry. I sound like a white dude a lot of the time because I have to, but I sound black like when I'm talking on certain, you know, just whatever. But anyway, yeah, this is about to be a fucking ride, man. And I really think that I can't tell you where I'll end up, but it's going to be really cool to consistently go back to this video and look at where I was, you know, years from now, and just be able to thank myself for consistently just like always believing in the movement. And I want you guys to believe in it too. And I truly do feel like if someone wants to, I get arrogant sometimes and I'd be like, oh, you can't get on the train now. Like the train's moving. But if someone like comes up to me and they're like, yeah, can you shoot my vision? Bro, I'm like all for it. Let's fucking build brands. I want to build Aor's brand. I want to build Scooter's brand. I want to build Sam's brand. I want to build La's brand. I want to build everybody's brand. I want to build Britt's brand. I want to build everybody's brand on the network. Maddie's brand, fucking Asher's brand, you know, fucking the Sneakers Guy's brand, Nick's brand, everybody's brand. Because that's what we do. That's what the fuck we do here. And I think some dead weight needs to come off. And that's not anybody particularly potting with me or anything like that. Just I need to let go of things that just don't serve me. But I will. And we'll get there. Storm's over. Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting emotional right now, but this is really fucking dope, man. Anyway, they call me Swill. This is Steve Williams checking in and checking out. I love you guys. Welcome to the journey.